That's a long shot.
That was on you, baby. Welcome to Always Open. I'm very fighty today.
Ooh.
I'm also your host, Barbara Dunkelman, and I got some beautiful people with me, as always. Madame.
Hello. What's up?
It's Fiona.
Hi, I'm Fiona.
And it's...
Hey, it's me, Blaine. How's it going? Drinking White Claw. It didn't work.
Okay, I thought that would hurt.
I was wondering if that would go in. Who are you?
Same bitch.
Yeah.
Same place, same time.
Same
Nothing's
bad hour.
changed. We're here.
We're queer.
Get used to it.
yeah.
Hi, it's me. It's Mariel.
Hey, Meryl.
What's up?
Hey, Fiona. Hey, Blaine.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Open Nation?
What's up, Open Nation? Welcome to the show.
Wait.
I never know
What's
what to
Open
do.
Nation? What's that?
It's our audience.
Oh, is that the hashtag?
Yeah.
Open Nation?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
We should do that.
use
It is
that.
now.
You should do that. Open Nation. Let's go.
Yo, if you're watching the show right now, hashtag tweet us, Open Nation.
Oh yeah.
Start a fire.
This is the hashtag.
It's a hashtag, right?
Yeah.
Or pound.
No one
Well-
calls it pound now. It's always it's hashtag now. It was pound in like 2012.
Yeah.
It was the last
I wasn't
time
even
we called
born.
it the hashtag, the
I'm
pound.
joking.
I know that wasn't true, but my brain still was just like,
Well, let the question and the numbers.
you're such a little
Well,
baby.
2012 was
Come on.
2 years ago. What year is it?
It's 2019 now?
Oh fuck.
So 7.
Yeah. To think
Seven?
that I was 7 years younger in 2012 is very weird to me because 2012 seems like it was like last year.
Yeah.
There's been so many movie apocalypses that have come and gone, and our Earth still sucks, but not
Yeah.
in like a cool post-apocalyptic
Well, don't
way.
worry. It's soon enough. Global warming will just...
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Amazon is burning, baby.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Well, dude, we talked about something on the RT podcast the other day about how because of global warming, it's increasing the temperature of a lot of water and how there's like a flesh-eating bacteria that's now more common.
The fucking algae
Yeah.
in Austin right now.
Whenever
Killing
we went
dogs.
to the beach recently, we were all like coming out like, I don't know.
Really?
Ugh, yeah.
Didn't you say that you had like a cut or something? Or you like breathed in water?
Yeah, I was convinced I had a brain-eating amoeba. And I kept that bit going for like 3 weeks, like well past the time. Like I even looked up, it's like 2 to 14 days is the effects of the brain-eating amoeba.
Of when it starts?
When it would like kill you. But I'm still convinced.
When you're still
there.
around.
Yeah,
You've made it.
and it-
Unless it has taken over.
And
I
you are
have
not
noticed you've been
blamed.
nicer lately, so maybe that's what it is.
Whoa, your personality's changing. That's the first sign.
What if I just like spit in your drink to pass on the amoeba to you? I'm like, drink up.
Well,
cheers.
we're best friends. We're blood brothers, so if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out together.
I always think of stuff like that, how like things involving your brain, like
know.
if you had like a brain tumor or anything like that, some of the first signs are like a drastic change in your personality.
Yeah.
And
Really?
so I would hope that like my friends would be nice enough to let me know like, hey, you've been acting weird or different lately.
Really?
You've been so sweet lately.
Yeah, you've been so nice.
What's with that?
hell?
Wow, what is going on?
All right, fuck you guys.
Complimenting
Get the
me.
fuck off my show. Just kidding, please stay. Please stay. Well, let's get into it, y'all.
Hell yeah.
We have a little icebreaker, which is kind of like a question that we'd normally do as a segment, but I kind of wanted to use it as like a way to get into the show. Each of us have to complete this sentence.
Okay.
I would be rich if I had $1 every time I blank.
Said that fucks.
That fuck.
You don't say it that often.
Oh, I've been saying it a lot. I cycle through catchphrases, and that's my one right now.
What was the catchphrase before?
Yikes.
Yikes.
It still kind of is. That fucks. He
That's good.
fucks.
That fucks. He fucks.
But not in like an actual fucking context. Just like
I've
that's good.
recently learned about that. Like I didn't know that before, but then I started like I was just on Twitter and like the memes, the meme space.
The meme space. on the
Yeah.
internet, yeah.
And I would just see people like that fucks. And I was like,
fucks.
oh,
It fucks.
that's a thing.
I say that dude fucks.
Oh.
Like even if it's like a
While
woman
he's
or an
fucking you.
animal.
Okay.
Is that when you're looking at the
Yes.
mirror?
But do you mean it
That dude
solely
fucks.
in the context of actual fucking?
No, I mean it like that guy's really cool.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
guy
really?
fucks.
Yeah. Like I had the Impossible Burger at Burger King the other day.
And that you said that
it
fucks.
It was pretty good.
No, it's a burger though.
What?
No, I think burgers can fuck.
Burgers fuck.
If they try hard enough.
Okay.
You can fuck anything if you believe in yourself, Blaine.
Every single thing.
I just like the idea of Blaine looking in the mirror and saying, that guy fucks.
Exactly.
I will
Doesn't while he
admit.
cries though.
I will admit I did an American Psycho one time when there was a mirror by and like the person was in the position where they couldn't see what I was doing. So then I was just like, I did it just for my own pleasure. Now I shared that the world knows. He did it in American Psycho and it's
know what?
funny.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
I was
also a
laughing.
fucking serial killer in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so am I.
Also
But
a sociopath, but okay.
Has
Yeah.
anyone ever said that you have like a mirror face?
what does that mean?
Like
So
a
symmetrical?
face that you do in the mirror when you're like fixing your hair or doing your makeup or something.
Oh no.
There's people apparently who have a mirror face, like an expression they make, or if like they do some sort of facial expression when they're doing something in the mirror.
Do you have one?
I do.
What is
I didn't know I did until
look.
Trevor pointed out, and he's like, it's so cute the way you like look in the mirror when you do your makeup, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you have a face. You do a face. And I was like, what?
What's the face?
It's the face.
I don't know. I'd have to be doing my makeup in front of a
Well,
mirror.
go to the makeup room.
Let's bring
get
that
some
mirror.
fucking makeup.
It's literally just like,
There you go. There's the phone.
I don't know if it's just like I pose more and I'm just like I don't know.
You do your
Try
fucking
to
makeup.
hold your face a certain way or look a certain way. Or just like if you're like adjusting and it's like,
Yeah, like the
don't know.
the little
Pout? Give
pout.
yourself a pout.
yeah. Yeah,
You know
like
the-
that's a mirror face.
The Olsen sisters, every time before they take a picture, they say the word prune,
Prune.
and then they keep their lips like that. Yeah.
So it goes like this.
Look at that.
Prune.
Look at that. Beautiful. Say it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Prune.
I want to take a picture.
It looks like your mouth is a prune when you say that.
Prune.
That's weird.
prune.
All right.
That's their secret. Beauty
Say it again.
Prune. I'm
But
gonna
hold it.
No.
Do it.
No.
You have lipstick on. Texas, you specifically requested lipstick.
I did not request it. It
Yeah,
was
you're like,
put on me.
Texas,
That's not what
Makeup.
happened.
Meryl was about to start the show without lipstick on.
I
and
just
she
know he
kept
gets mad
smiling.
at me.
And she kept saying like, my lips, my lips.
At first, I wasn't saying it loud enough for him to hear.
she kept saying prune.
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 Okay,
So
back
that
on
fucks.
subject. That fucks.
You'd be rich.
Yikes. What else? I cycle through a lot of stupid catchphrases. I don't know why.
I think we all do. I think that's just
That's a thing.
being
Yeah.
on the internet,
Yeah.
being a fan
Meme
of the
culture.
memes.
The memes, yeah, the meme culture.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I think I would have $1. Or if I had $1 every time I walked into a room and forgot what I was getting in that room,
Ooh, the sim
Oh.
effects.
I would
yeah.
be fucking rich.
Yeah.
Or if I'm on Twitter or Instagram or any sort of app, I close it to do something else and I instantly reopen that app. I'd
Yeah,
be so rich.
That's a mood.
That's a mood.
That's a mood.
That's a mood.
I
Big
think
mood.
that might be the word I probably use the most. Mm-hmm. That's a mood.
About
Or I'll say like listen. Like, listen. You know, like and I
It gets
don't explain
everyone's
myself.
attention.
Yeah, but I don't even explain myself. I'm just like listen.
That's
Just leave it there.
Listen, like that's it.
So that would be yours?
Yeah, those two maybe.
What about you, Blaine?
I do spit takes a lot, and I've been noticing that a lot more. But like anytime I like laugh, I go.
I don't know if
It's-
I've ever seen you do it.
No, like I do like it might. I'm not actually spitting sometimes, but I laugh in a very.
Sometimes.
I have very loud laughs, so I think anytime I laughed in an obnoxious or loud way. Also, I rub my nipple, this nipple sometimes. I catch myself just doing this
The
a lot.
nipple's there.
Is that where
No,
your
no,
nipple
it's not. So I have
Where's
like,
your nipple?
It's like I have a third nipple or like a mole of some sort, and I just like it bothers me. So then sometimes I'm just like,
What does that do for you?
and nothing. I just think
just
about it.
touch
It's just
it?
it's just like it's like
there.
it's like a rabbit's foot.
Must be
almost.
nice to be a dude.
Must be nice
If
to
we were just like,
Your
Yeah,
lucky
look
nipple.
at my third nipple.
it's called a nubbin.
Oh, that's
It's actually
cute.
not.
Oh.
That was from Friends.
Also, the amount of times that I change clothes in a public space, I do that way too often.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Like I'll change clothes or shirts in the office or pants. Like I'll just drop trout wherever. Like I stand outside of my Jeep in front of gyms and I'll change my pants just like right there for everybody to see.
and then the cops will come and then
Eventually.
Yeah,
like a normal-
A child's like, take daddy. your
It's become a very
penis."
common thing. I feel like I'm back in high school though, but it's a co-ed situation because everyone's always changing in front of each other. Like we had a photo shoot the other day where it was me, Hannah, Andrew, and John, and we were just in there like basically half naked. Just
Oh, yeah.
We have to swap through like 30 pieces of clothing.
you're doing like a merch shoot.
Yeah, like a merch shoe. Yeah.
I think it's a combination of like football did that to me and then now film production. You're just constantly popping
Yeah,
clothes
yeah,
off.
yeah.
I learned to get very comfortable with sound people.
Oh yeah.
Specifically when we did day 5, the costume that they had me in was essentially a bikini top.
Oh wow.
And there's this girl who does sound for us sometimes. Her name's Oksana. She is lovely and sweet and so beautiful. And she's like this big.
yeah.
And and like
Not
it's
gonna
so
get it
cool,
out.
like seeing her doing the boob and all that
yeah.
stuff. It's like yes.
I have such a crush on her.
But I think everyone has a crush on
yeah.
Oksana.
I want to know now.
I'll show you a picture.
Okay.
But she had to wire me And this was the first time I met her, and she was just like, she has a Russian accent too, or like some accent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
think
like
it's
Eastern
Russian.
European.
And she was like, I'm gonna have to wire you. And I was just like, get in there, girl.
Yeah.
And she literally had to like lift my boob and like put the wire like inside, because it was like a bikini top.
Yeah.
And I was just like, go for it.
for
Like,
it,
we're gonna get real close, real fast, girl.
So if you had $1 for every time a Eastern European woman
Lift
put a
your
mic
boob.
on you or lifted your
I'd have
boob,
$2.
I'd have one.
She did 11 Little Roosters, and I was in a tight leather outfit, and she had to like,
Nice.
just all, and I was like, I'm so, like I kept apologizing. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Like she probably has to touch so many sweaty asses.
Oh yeah.
She's
Just
so
audio people.
sweet.
Part of her
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, it's funny seeing such a tiny little dainty woman holding like a giant.
That's great. I
beanpole.
love that.
Yep.
And just like, especially like having to have your arms up all day. That must be exhausting.
Bad bitches only.
If I had $1 for every time I thought about Oksana,
I'd
I'd be a billionaire.
she's wonderful.
What a nice woman.
Yeah.
That Oksana.
At first, when I was thinking about this question, I was just like, well, the easy answer is like fart.
Oh,
You say that a lot?
Yeah.
No, like I fart a lot.
Oh, that you just fart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess also like peeing.
Yeah. Have a couple
Yeah.
dollars a day.
What's the situation in the Achievement Hunter office? Because in the Rooster Teeth office, I feel like,
Oh yeah, with farts.
yeah.
With farts?
I feel like I don't ever hear them or see them.
For Achievement Hunter?
For our
Oh,
office.
okay.
Yeah. So what happens
Oh,
with you guys?
your
no, they
situation.
fart a lot. Are we talking about farts?
Yes.
Yeah, they fart a lot. Yeah, they do. I remember there was once, was it Jeff? Jeff tried to fart on Gavin, and unfortunately I was sitting right next to him. And it was just a big whiff of that, and I was like, God damn it. Now this is in,
Your mouth.
yeah.
You're tasting it.
And it just all the time, and they think it's funny, like just farting on each other, and I'm like,
I feel like if one of
like,
us
oh
did
boy,
that, like, I could
what
see
the
maybe
hell?
Blaine and Chris doing that to each other, or like
Oh, yeah,
I
we've
could
done that
see
before.
Oh,
I could see you farting on someone, but like anyone else,
never do that to anyone. I just like, why would I even
battery.
want that?
What would your reaction, Blaine, be if we're just like in a meeting and I just like farted? Like legitimately, what would be your
I
reaction?
would spit take. I'd go for it.
And I'm just like, oh.
No, that's why I love going into John and Chris's office, because John doesn't have a sense of smell, so I
Yep.
can just go in there and just light it up, because Chris is like in pain and John's laughing with me. So I'm like, this is the best.
Now I feel left out. Why don't you do that in our office?
Oh, please don't do that in our office. I beg of you, don't do it.
Farts.
I grew up with 2 brothers. I don't need any more farts in my life.
I'm with Trevor, like we just let it loose.
Oh, yeah.
And there's been some times when like
True love right there.
I've had some farts recently that sound like they're solid.
Explain.
Like
Hold on. Explain.
like that I sharted.
Okay.
Just like, you know, like a normal fart's more airy. These
Yeah.
ones were more like textured.
They've got some
So
weight.
they have some weight to the fart.
Torpedo and bail.
Torpedo
It'll
fart.
stop Trevor dead in his tracks and he'll just be like, did you just shit yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
No, that's a fart.
I'm not that close with you yet.
I'm just gonna
Shit
shit
where you shit yourself.
I'm never gonna be close enough with anybody to shit myself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe what if it happens on accident?
Not
though?
even myself. Well, then you know.
Food poisoning
Nothing
happens.
you can do.
Yeah, I think the reason why we got comfortable with each other, like what broke the seal, is we both went to Tino's, the Greek restaurant right nearby.
Okay.
That place fucks.
That place fucks?
That place fucks.
All right.
This
Also
place
make you shit
that was
yourself.
fucked with our body.
Your first date?
No, no.
Oh,
This was
okay.
like this was like maybe a couple months into us dating, but we hadn't like acknowledged the fact that we poop yet. You know, that kind of like
yeah.
break in the relationship.
Sparkles.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like at his place, he has 2 bathrooms.
I thank you.
And luckily, we were going back to his place after Tino's because when we both got back, I was like, I'm gonna use your bathroom for a second, if that's okay. And he's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And then like, I text him because I knew it was gonna be bad news for a while.
Oh,
And I was like, hey, so I might be a few minutes. And he was like, I'm texting you from the other bathroom. I think we both might have eaten something bad. Because it was like within half an hour of eating at Tino's where we were just like, we're both acknowledging the fact that we're having bad diarrhea.
you seen When Harry Met Sally and they're watching the movie and the camera shows them side by side in different beds
Yeah.
watching the same movie? There's like a scene where like you and Trevor are just like shitting like, and then the split frame. Mm-hmm. True romance. True romance.
Exactly.
Wow.
It was that moment that I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is gonna work.
This is gonna work.
That's why I have Alexas all throughout my house, so I just play music whenever.
Oh, whenever that's
whatever you
happening.
need. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have like an apartment, right, with just a bathroom that's probably very close to
Yep.
the bedroom.
To everything. Yep.
Yep. That's
Sound carry in there.
Does smell carry?
Surprisingly, no. I have candles everywhere, so.
Oh, good.
Is that why? Because of all the pooping?
Yep. I poop more than a normal man.
Wait, 'cause you
in
eat a
a
lot of
day,
protein.
It's a protein.
normally 3 times at minimum.
Minimum.
Minimum 3
Like
times.
morning, like
That's
lunch,
not
breakfast,
me.
dinner.
You guys have pooped at work though, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
All the time, every day,
Sometimes.
every day.
There was a time period where I like didn't want to poop at work.
Oh,
I was just like, because I didn't want. I was like, I don't want people smelling my poop.
Yeah,
here.
same. I have
Dude.
the same thing.
There was one time I'm gonna out myself on something, and I hope
All
she
right.
never
I hope
watches.
you're not the one that's been leaving the fucking turd
No.
in the stage 5
Oh,
bathroom.
no.
That plagues me still to this
What?
day.
Birds.
Someone's doing that?
Oh,
Like a-
well, okay.
Someone doesn't
hold
know
on.
how to flush here.
Hold on. There's people here that don't know how to flush. There's adults here that don't know how to use the bathroom and don't know proper etiquette. There are
It's
so many times I've walked into
obscene.
those fucking toilets and that's just
There's
a shit party.
There's a urinal that always piss on top
That's
of the urinal.
that's also what I heard. So I'm like, what
What'd you
is
see today?
happening?
The facilities guys were like, quit wiping your boogers above the urinal.
Oh my
I
god!
hate this place.
Yo.
It's a fucking hellscape.
Fucking animals here.
God
Anyway,
damn.
go ahead.
But my confession was gonna be, I was in those bathrooms that were outside stage 5, and I went to the bathroom, pee. But you know how I don't know if guys have the same thing, but sometimes if you're a girl and you're peeing, and as you're peeing, you're like, oh, it's also poop time.
It's poopy.
Surprise.
Yeah, poopy time.
And so like, and I like to be prepared for my poopy time. Like
Okay.
go to a certain bathroom for it, make sure there's like
Agreed, yes. I
air
feel
freshener.
You. I feel you, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, it's poopy time. And it like pooped. And that was fine, but it was like a stinker. And then I like was leaving the bathroom and Jessica Bassani walked in and she was just like, oh, did you poop?
Oh,
And I was like, no, someone was in here when I got in here. Stinky, right?
Do you
Whoa.
remember that? Like, do you think if we called her up right now, like she would come in?
She'd be like, I remember that.
I mean, I know she's here.
I was like very convincing about her. I was just like, I know, right? Ugh, yuck.
Jessica asked the most pointed personal questions.
All the time.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Jessica has no filter.
Nope.
She's just
I love
like,
it. She wants to know and she's gonna get her answer.
yeah, she just wants to have very intimate relationships with people.
I love
I like that quality though. I feel like people are too private. Yeah, I feel like some people are just too private about things. Like why? We're all
None
friends.
of your fucking business.
Damn.
That's why.
Shit.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
That
Barbara.
fucks.
You can know.
So what would you be, Rich? Did you say yours?
Yeah, it was the walking into a room and forgetting why. I
Right,
walked in
right,
there.
right.
And the pooping.
And pooping.
And poop.
We'll say best bathroom here. We've probably already talked about it. Got to go to Bungalow A. Why? Single stalls. What else? Squatty
Squatty
potties.
potties.
Squatty
It's a-
potty.
And there's also like,
Scam.
It is not a scam.
They don't do anything.
What's
Oh.
a squatty potty?
It's all in your
You know what a
mind.
squatty
oh
potty
girl, let us open your eyes.
Oh,
And your anus.
Fiona, my sweet, 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 sweet angel.
Theory is that like back like in before toilets,
Not a theory,
people
proven fact.
used to shit squatting like this.
Yeah.
So then
Which they did, which
basi-
some people still do.
So basically, a squatty potty is just like a stool.
It raises
that-
your legs up.
That raises your legs, and like and it goes to you, so it goes around the toilet, and you raise your legs
So
up.
you can get on in a squat.
Because the theory is that the way your bowels are and like all that
Talking about this.
Yeah.
internal stuff is shaped,
Yeah.
things come out a lot easier when you're in that squat position.
That's crazy. Well, the weirdest bathroom I've seen was when I was in France. They had this a lot, but it was just like a hole
Yeah.
on the floor.
Oh yeah,
I saw those in Israel.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
I like the Japanese toilets are the best though.
But,
Oh, the bidets.
Yeah.
Have you used a bidet before?
Oh yeah, that's like normal. It's like bathroom, like you have the toilet and then the bidet right next to it.
Yeah.
To like clean.
Oh, you're right.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Places
Yeah.
in Europe.
I'd like to thank the audience for tuning into our latest segment called Talking Shit.
Yeah. Talking shit.
I feel like that should be a legitimate segment on this show.
Yeah,
It
but
comes up.
It's only just us talking about literal shit.
I think that was our first episode ever. We had like a whole thing about
Yeah.
poop.
Jessica told us about her apocalyptic poops
Hey,
a few episodes ago.
Everyone
poops.
poops.
Everybody does poop. Cheers to that.
Hello, everyone. This episode of Always Open is brought to you by Third Love. You've heard me talk about Third Love plenty of times by now, but I cannot explain enough how much I love these bras. They are the softest bras I've ever owned, and believe me, I've owned a lot over my 30 years. And they're very comfortable. They go with everything, every piece of clothing I have. They come in different shapes and sizes depending on what fits you better or what doesn't, depending on your breast size. Third Love uses data points generated by millions of women who have taken their Fit Finder quiz to design bras with breast size and shape in mind for a perfect fit and premium feel. No more awkward fitting room experiences, which is my favorite part of the whole thing. Third Love has an awesome fit finder quiz. You answer a few simple questions to find the perfect fit. It takes less than a minute, and Third Love helps you identify your breast size and shape and find styles that fit your body. Every customer has 60 days to wear it, wash it, and put it to the test. And if you don't love it, return it, and Third Love will wash it and donate it to a woman in need. Very wonderful. They are hands down the most comfortable bra you will own. Can confirm. Third Love knows there's a perfect bra for everyone, so right now they're offering our viewers 15% off their first order. So if you haven't gotten one, now's your chance. Go to thirdlove.com/always now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/always for 15% off today. Go treat yourself. Now back to the show. All right.
What the?
Fit take. Okay, well, we're going to move on to our next question. This is from Liam F. And Liam asks, if you could start your life over at the age of 15, what would you change?
Bitcoin.
Oh.
I'd buy into Bitcoin.
You go the financial route,
Fuck yeah.
not
I'm
like
always
the
thinking-
personal development
No,
route.
I'm always thinking about the money, bitch.
It's all about the money.
It's all about the Benjamins.
All about the Benjamins, baby.
Bitcoin wasn't a thing back then, though.
I would have been prepared.
Okay.
I would have been like,
You would've
been
5
like
years.
invested-
The Sarah
Same.
Connor of economics.
Yeah. Just
Judgment
ready,
Day was approaching.
Just ready for it.
All right, cool. Sick.
Sick.
So sick.
Sick.
Where were you guys all at 15?
Oh.
My parents' house,
In
Plainview, Texas.
Plainview, Texas.
I was in Richardson, J.J. Pierce High School.
Yeah.
So freshman or sophomore or something like that.
When's 15? Yeah, 15's is that
Freshman.
going into high school?
Freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like first year of high
Yeah.
school.
I was in New York, in a French school.
You are 23.
3. Yeah, I had to think about that because I just turned 23. I was like, wait, yeah.
An angel baby child
Bless
among us.
I was 22 when I started here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I started the same age as you, basically.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
You were old.
You were.
I'm 29 now. I've been here 6 years, 23.
Yeah.
Well, around the
23.
same age.
Oh.
Would you change anything? Because that's also a legitimate answer.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be try to make myself more physically active and stuff because like I didn't take good care of myself and I didn't realize the benefit of that until high school.
But I
so-
feel like you clearly caught up.
Yeah, you caught up.
Yeah, but I think I would have enjoyed high school a lot more had I been feeling better about myself. Yeah, well, if I had felt better about myself, because there was like high school was not a fun time for me.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Well,
I don't think it is
feel
for
that.
most people.
self-esteem, just super low self-esteem. I mean, like I started coming out of my shell a little bit because I was doing like theater and video production and stuff like that, but like I never felt good. You know,
Feel
Yeah,
good
you
now?
were.
I feel pretty good now.
You were like, you call yourself chubby, right?
Yeah.
In high school, and then like at the end of high school is when you start getting into shape.
Yeah, it
Is
was
that
like
the timeline?
prom was when I started like running.
Oh right, you said you had like a hot prom date or something, right?
Yeah, it didn't want to look schlubby, so I started running.
Look at you.
Look at me now.
you
Look
still
at her. Where's she? Who knows?
Who knows?
She's dead.
Well, I mean, if
boy.
she's the one who started you on your fitness journey, then you kind of owe her.
Yeah.
Hit her up.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'll get my, I know. I'm curious though.
We'll follow up next
As
time.
to what she's doing with her life.
Yeah.
So
no,
you lived in that.
I think yeah, just taking better care of myself. Maybe not even from a physical standpoint. Just like my grades sucked too,
Yeah.
so I'd go to community college. There's nothing wrong with community college, but it's just like I should have just been better.
Yeah.
I was just kind of giving up early. So
I get
feel
that.
you.
Well,
Yeah, I
it's
feel
hard, especially at that age. You think you're invincible in a way.
yeah.
Like I was talking about this with Meg the other day. Actually, we were talking about flying and how, for both of us, our fear of flying has gotten worse over time.
yeah,
Weird.
what is that?
And we're talking about how like the older you get, it's almost like you have more to live for. When you're young, you're just like, I'm invincible. Like nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm fine. But
Yeah.
now you're just like, there's health
I
problems.
started feeling that way too. Like I would get on a plane and I'd be like when I feel turbulence, I'd be like, whoa, is this when I'm
And then you start thinking about how you're gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, whoa. And before I love flying. Like I love just being on the plane, but now it's like it's scary.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, if I knew that I was gonna die, like 5 minutes before, I'd just be like, okay. Like if I was on a plane, like I kind of
Yeah.
accept that it's like it's out of my
There's
control.
nothing- yeah,
what do
you
I gotta
can't
do?
do-
What am I
yeah.
gonna do?
Hope that it's okay. Yeah. But I don't know.
I don't want to die.
That kind of idea just like fucking
Yeah.
terrifies me.
Meg used to, I don't know if she talked about this thing, but she used to do this thing, which I kind of adopted from her, that she said whenever she would get super anxious on a plane, she'd receive a message from her future self to be like, "You made it, bitch." And so then she'd be like, "Oh, cool, I made it." And then when she lands, she sends a message to her past self to be like, "Hey, you made it." She's like, "I'm communicating with myself telepathically through time. It works."
Yep.
And so sometimes when I'm really anxious on planes, I'll just be like, "Hey, you made it."
You're good.
I made a notification one time where it was like, I was having such a hard time in college. I was like, man, if you could just make it to like graduation or the end of the month, then you're gonna be fine. And then at that moment, I was like, okay, I made a message and I said, set reminder for May 31st. May 31st rolls around, things are a lot better. I get this notification, it's like, hey, you made it. And then I remember like, fuck, I was like awful when I sent this
great,
message
yeah.
to myself.
I did that with a breakup once, because there was this thing, like this website that was like you could send an email to like yourself that you'd get, like 3 years down the line. And so I was going through a really bad breakup, and I was like, a year from now, am I still gonna feel like shit? And I remember getting that email and be like, yes, I do. Thanks for the reminder.
That's really funny.
Oh no.
Bit you in the ass.
I did that too when I was in high school. That whole like email yourself.
Yeah.
And I think I emailed myself like 2 or 3 years later. I wish I had done it like 10 years later.
Yeah,
so I'd
yeah.
get an email like now.
Yeah, maybe you will.
Maybe I did. Maybe I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Barbara.
Came to get you.
When I was 15, that's when I started watching Red versus Blue.
Wow. Okay.
You changed that.
Is the whole reason I'm here right now.
That's awesome.
So it's hard to think of like anything I would change at that age because it led me to where I am right now, which I'm like, if one thing was different, it's like that butterfly effect, which I think
Yeah.
about all the time, and like my life just being drastically different. But I'm similar to you, where I think I would change, or at least like pay more attention to physical health and eating better.
Yeah.
Because I ate like shit in high school.
But you're, at that point, like your metabolism is so insane.
But you're also developing
Creating
bad
habits.
habits.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think about.
Yeah.
And also, I wish I'd focused on like a skill. Like playing the guitar or drawing or something that I could use later on in life.
Yeah.
Which I just
No,
never
I get
did.
that, yeah.
yeah.
Fiona, what would you do?
Fiona?
I think at 15 I would have probably changed just the way I looked. Like I was too focused on like having people to like me. And I was just too focused. I was like, oh, I've got to do this, so they like, or I want them.
Were
to be
you
my
in the
friends.
city at that
I was
point?
yeah, like I wanted like friends, and I wanted like talk to people constantly, and I would just see like their lives and stuff. And I was also like, I was friends with a lot of like celebrity children.
Oh, really?
So it was like a lot of it was like, oh, I
you have
wish.
to constantly impress.
Yeah, so it felt like at that age you shouldn't be wanting to impress anyone.
Yeah.
And I also wish I just got into more like, because I really loved acting, but like my parents were like, it's not a real thing. I would listen to them. It's like,
course.
it's
You
not
almost have
possible.
to at that age.
Yeah, so I was just like, I wish like at that age I was more
Isn't
like
your mom
pushy
a
about
model?
it. Yeah, she's a model.
Isn't that similar?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, like,
That's not realistic.
but here's the thing, like with modeling, like you don't want your kids to like when you really live that modeling life, you're like,
makes sense, yeah.
I don't think I want that for
Sure.
my child.
Or entertainment.
It's a
industry.
lot of yeah.
lot of
and I think that's where
unneeded
she was.
stress.
Yeah, and I think that's where she was coming from. So she's like, no, come on, you can do something.
She
else.
probably understands like the competitiveness of it.
Yeah.
And,
And like
it's hard, like that kind of industry especially, it's hard to break out and be successful.
absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
out of everyone who tries to make it in that industry, a very small percent actually.
I mean, it's a lot of like connections and stuff. So it was
sure.
just like she was like, I don't want you to be heartbroken.
Want
later
that for
on.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was looking out for me. But like at some point it was like, but I wanted to do it. So like why wasn't I able to do it? But
It's hard to think about going back and what you would change then, because if I was 15 now, oh man, my life would be so different.
15 now, like in modern.
In this,
like
like knowing what you
2019.
know.
well, not even know, just like having the chance to, because I feel like, I mean, I obviously can't change anything, and I grew up in like a really shitty place, but with how shitty things are now, I guess it still
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like kids are figuring themselves out a lot younger these days, and they have a little bit more freedom to do so.
Well, it's becoming, I think, especially with the internet, like more widely understood when people identify a certain way.
Yeah.
Whereas before there wasn't as much information or community around it.
Right.
And so people probably felt a lot more isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
whereas
exactly it, yeah.
Now I mean, you could find people who feel the exact same way as you in like
Yeah,
2
furries.
seconds.
Yeah.
Furries, yeah.
furries.
It's a real community.
Yeah, like my
Yeah.
trainer, he was telling me his son just moved in with him, and his son is he's bisexual and he's trans. And he just moved here from like New Mexico, and we were talking about it. And I was like, oh, is he like super nervous for high school? And for a new high school and all of this stuff. And I was like a week into them being in school, and he was just like, no, he said he loves it. He's like, everyone's super nice. He said that most of the kids at his school are like queer as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn.
And that's great. Yeah, damn. Why was I in there? Where was I?
Very
I
different
think
way.
we could pass as high school students.
Let's just go back to high school.
Yeah, we could film a reality
show
show.
us just blending in with high school students.
Yeah, I'll be a high school student too.
Yeah.
No one will notice.
Well, you could play a high school student.
You could wasn't it like 13 Reasons Why, where they all look like buff as hell?
You
and
could
it's
play
like,
if you like cleaned up some of like your excess body hair and stuff. You could.
I don't think you could be like an actual convincing high school student. I think I might be able to get away with it. I feel like I still have a big baby face.
you could be the guy who's like the football team.
Yeah, you'd be the quarterback.
Yeah, the quarterback.
What about me, guys?
Barb, you're the
Janitor's daughter.
librarian.
You're the librarian. Oh
That's the oldest person at the school.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're the hot librarian that everyone's like, I'm gonna go check out some books.
What about substitute teacher?
Ooh, hot too.
Talking about like going back in time and fixing something, there was this movie. It was Dexter's Lab, the movie, where
Did you idiot?
his future selves come back to help him, or he time travels and he meets his future selves, and his future selves progressively got buffer and buffer. And I remember loving that movie and just like, man, I hope someday I can be in shape. So if I could just go back in time and be like, Blaine,
Blaine.
you're gonna be all right.
Look at me now, kid.
Hand 15-year-old you a pair of dumbbells and be like, take these.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
Like he starts using him, cut back to current Blaine, and he's like 3 times.
Oh my god.
I gotta go back again.
No.
I just picture you in the clouds, like Mufasa, looking down at baby Blaine.
Yeah. You know who you are. Yeah. Remember who you are.
Honestly, I've given that way more thought than I need to and energy, where it's like, if I could just interact with my old self, and just like middle school Blaine and how stressed out he was over just the smallest details.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey.
I feel you'll be good.
It'd be so cool.
I almost wish I could say that to everyone in high school.
Yeah.
Like, especially my younger self, of just like, what you think matters right now will not matter in a few years.
Yeah.
Nobody will think twice about you tripping in the lunchroom and spilling your milk, like all that shit, and how you feel embarrassed or judged or not popular or whatever it is goes away completely.
Yeah, if you're watching this at home and you're in that age group, everything's gonna be great.
Life after high school is life,
Yeah.
real
But
life.
sometimes you will sit and thought, and all of a sudden something embarrassing that you did in high school.
Oh,
will come
absolutely.
back
That
to
still
haunt
happens. That
Yes.
still happens.
And sometimes you'll wake up in a cold sweat because you have a Spanish test tomorrow that you forgot about.
That kind of stuff lives with you forever.
Yeah. But that stuff, it just makes me more like relieved.
Appreciative?
That I'm past it.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna.
I've had that so many times where like I know I didn't finish my like philosophy homework or something that's been like 5-6 years ago,
Yeah.
and I'll wake up and I'm like, I don't need it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not important anymore.
Now we have just like real
Life.
Yeah.
which is a lot more stressful, but in a different way. I feel like I'd rather do this now and like have taxes
absolutely,
and like
yeah.
car payments and all that shit than worry about a fucking essay.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
High school
I agree.
sucks.
I like a lot of times Jeff brings Millie to the office, and I love talking to her just like because she's in I think she's still in middle school, but she's going into high school.
She has the emotional intelligence of like a 5-year-old woman.
But I love just talking to her about like what's happening in school and stuff. She's just giving me
Also,
like
her style
stories.
is like
on
point.
I wish I was like that in middle school. I was disgusting.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me in middle school wearing and I've talked about this on the show before, and I still haven't found the picture, a velour tracksuit.
Oh, is it the Juicy Couture?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was knockoff like Walmart brand.
Oh no.
And it was beige.
With the Uggs?
No.
No?
Just
Okay.
like regular sneakers.
Have you seen Pen 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, not all
Yes.
of it. I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was
That's the
those
thing,
girls.
man. All these kids these days, they're all attractive. They're all listening to Billie Eilish, and they're all bisexual.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
What
that's the
gives?
way of the future, man.
What gives?
What fucking gives?
We should have
not fair.
been 15 right now.
Let's go back
You
to high
guys
school.
paved the way for these.
Fiona and I are going back to high school.
Yeah. It's official.
All right. Well,
time.
it's kind of creepy, but that's okay.
It's fine.
This episode of Always Open is also brought to you by Postmates. When you need red wine at 4 p.m., sushi at 9 p.m., a breakfast taco at 8 a.m., and ibuprofen at 10 a.m., Postmate it. Duh. Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever kind of delivery service all year round. Anything you're craving, Postmates can deliver. They're the largest on-demand network in the U.S. and offer delivery from all the restaurants, grocery, and convenience stores you could possibly want or need. No more trips to the store. You don't even have to know where the store is. My favorite part, because I'm terrible at directions. Postmates will deliver anything to you. Download the app for iOS or Android for free. Browse local restaurants and businesses and track your delivery in real time. I use Postmates on average once a week, if not more. It's very convenient, especially for those days you just want to chill at home and want to get food, but don't feel like going out or even putting on real clothes like me. It's very convenient, very easy, and usually you get your delivery within an hour or less. It's wonderful. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and use the code ALWAYS. That's the code ALWAYS for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it, Postmate it. Download Postmates and save with the code ALWAYS. Enjoy yourself. Go treat yourself again. All right, this next question kind of plays into this a little bit. This one is from Evan G, and Evan wants to know, what is your most unhealthy habit?
To keep the douchebag theme going, I sometimes work out way too late. And
Yeah.
it's not healthy, and I think it is.
I always
Wait,
worry
why
about
is it
you when I
not-
see you posting at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gym.
you're working out at 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
Why?
good habit
Well,
because I'm a
'cause-
horrible procrastinator.
You got to get it in, right? Like, you feel the need.
That's the
Yeah,
testosterone.
everyone's gotta
You
get
gotta
it
get
in.
in them guts, bud.
That's the testosterone.
Stop, what the fuck, dude?
That's what they'll do in the Achievement Hunter office. They'll be like, yo, I need to pump some, and they have like a gym bench, and they're like pumping. I'm like, this is just so.
Why don't we get
That's
one of
cute.
those?
We should. They just like start pumping. Like,
Achievement Hunter.
I need to pump it out. I'm like, pump what out? What are you? You're playing video games. You're
Gotta
sitting
work
there-
my thumbs.
Most of us work out in our office. Why don't we get one of those?
We do.
You should get it because they're making a full gym
Hold on.
set.
We could repurpose
Hold on.
that.
great.
Hold on. You say none of this. New heist.
We're stealing weight
steal their
equipment?
gym
Well, they'll know who's responsible for that.
I mean, Jeremy will come in like buffed, like post up and be like, "Give me back the dumbbells."
He's like,
Yeah, but
then
still
what we
he'll
do-
come up post
We
up.
make fake dumbbells.
We make fake dumbbells.
And we Indiana Jones them. So they don't think we stole anything. But the
Whoa,
second
how
they
about
go
this?
to work out,
We take a picture, take a life-size picture, put it up on the wall or
just
wherever
do that
they
with the
have it.
entire office.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy and Michael would just flip a shit. It's only them pumping it.
I think my most unhealthy habit is I'm trying to pay attention to my diet a lot more because in someone who's trying to get in shape, I have now realized that diet is like the majority of what makes the difference. But I still have those too many nights a week where I'm just like, it'll be my cheat night.
Yeah.
Even though it's like 4 nights a week where I'm just like, I eat too much or like we get lazy and order in or whatever it is. And so it's just like, I gotta stop doing that because I'm gonna get way too much food. I'm
also-
gonna eat too much. I don't cook. Well, we cook every now and then, but like very simple things. Like we'll have frozen chicken or salmon and then just like put some seasoning on it and bake it or whatever it is.
we do that to
Yeah.
like devalue actual cheat days.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this isn't as special.
Yeah. It's just, I just get like too hungry and I eat too much.
Yeah.
And then I go to sleep and then I wake up with a stomach ache. And I
Yeah.
go, that was a bad idea. I'm never doing that again. Except tonight.
Tonight we're doing the same thing.
It's easy to fall into that, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to just start immediately. That's the only
There's
way
a
around
there's
it.
an inspirational quote written on a whiteboard in the gym I go to. That says like saying that you'll start on your fitness journey one day. Why not make today day one?
Whoa.
And I was just like,
That fucks.
that does not
That does
suck.
not fuck.
What about you, Fiona?
I think an unhealthy habit of mine would be because I have such a sweet tooth. Like I'll eat like at like around 11 p.m. I'm like, I'll have trouble like sleeping because I'm like I need like sweets.
Cake.
I'm not
Just give me a
happy.
full cake,
Yeah, I'm just
yeah.
like sad now if I don't. And I just
And
have to
especially at
stop
night,
it.
it's
at
hard.
night.
I get
yeah,
hungry at
it's like-
night.
sweet treats for yourself?
Sometimes I do. Like sometimes I keep I get like a bunch of stuff and I'm like, I'll have it here in case.
There's something
which I shouldn't do.
There's something I saw which is very interesting because like there's different types of cravings that people have. There's like sweet tooth. I like carbs and like bready stuff or savory stuff. There's people like spicy stuff.
Like savory, yeah.
Yeah, different like I guess flavor cravings. There was like this website I found that had replacements for if you get cravings for certain things. So it's like if you have a craving for cheesecake, try strawberries with like low-fat whipped cream or something like that, and it'll like satisfy that craving in particular.
Really?
To an extent.
To an extent, yeah, but
just like here's a healthy replacement that should satisfy that craving.
I had a craving for bagels. Like,
Yo, are you a Jew?
I know, dude. Well, because in New York
Welcome
they have the best. In New York they have the best bagels, and I would eat that like every day, right?
What was your go-to?
In New York?
Yeah.
There's one like on 86 in York, and it's called like Bagel Bob's. Then there's Tall Bagels, which is pretty good, but that one was like my favorite. And it's just it's like in the corner, and it's so good. Like,
What'd you get on that bagel?
I would just get cream cheese.
Just a regular, just
Regular.
plain bagel?
Plain bagel, cream cheese.
I'm an everything bagel gal.
Yeah.
Cinnamon raisin over here, baby.
Or poppy seed.
Cinnamon raisins.
I like
good,
poppy
yeah.
seeds.
Cottage
Yeah.
cheese.
Cottage cheese on a bagel?
Cottage cheese.
Or just cottage cheese?
Cottage cheese on a bagel. Or just
okay.
cottage cheese. You know
Just
how it
cottage cheese is
I
good.
fuck with cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Fucks.
This is good, yeah.
Texas does not fuck with cottage cheese.
I don't like
I'm the
love
same
cottage
with you. I'm the
cheese.
same with
You
you.
don't fuck with cottage cheese?
Oh,
He also doesn't fuck with corn, so I don't think I'd
no,
fuck
I don't
with
like.
Texas.
Oh my gosh, it looks like cottage cheese to me.
It's because it's the little pieces, right?
Yes. I don't.
You don't like the-
They remind me of bugs.
Yeah, I don't like the little pieces either.
Texas has a lot of weird food things.
I do.
Come tell us about your weird food thing.
Do you want to hear about it?
Yeah, I'm curious now. I need to judge you.
I know there's certain, let me see if I feel like I know you pretty well. So I know there's things about, is it apple skins you don't like?
I don't like apple skins.
Oh, you don't like skin?
I don't like things that has skin. Anything that has
We have skin. You don't fuck
Mushrooms?
with
You don't
us?
like mushrooms?
No, I like mushrooms, but
What
like
the
Peaches?
fuck?
So peaches, because they're fuzzy, and it reminds me of mold. Strawberries, same thing. So I want them to be either in something already. So I know, like, I like strawberry flavoring. So if you have like a strawberry jam or
What
something
if they're
in
like
there.
cut up?
Yeah, if they're cut up, they're fine. If
Wait,
it's
but
like,
don't you make banana pudding with strawberries in it?
Yeah, I do, but I kind of hide it from myself. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like it's in there,
It's
but you
in
don't
there,
need to
but I
see it.
don't
Yeah.
want to see it. Like apples have to be cooked because if they're cooked, I'll eat. I love apple pie, but I will not eat an apple. If someone just gave me an apple, I'd be like, that's.
What if they took the
disgusting.
skin off for you?
I would totally probably eat it, but then it turns brown and then it weirds me out.
Okay.
Like cucumbers, I'm like, ooh. What
about pickles?
Pickles I can eat though, because the skin is not as.
It's like crunchy.
It's not a skin really. It's like
Huh.
the whole thing is there. So yeah.
Now we just want to do a show where we bring out a bunch of food.
And it's like,
I know,
do you
right?
like this? Will you eat this?
I had no clue I was so picky until I started working around in an office where we actually they brought in a lot of food for us a lot
Yeah.
of times, and they were like, "So tell me all the things you don't like." And my list was always like this long, and they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You're a grown adult." And I'm like, "I know, but now that I've gotten older, I don't want to eat that because
Yeah.
my
Really?
parents said you like this," and I'm like, "No, I really don't like that."
I really don't.
It made me eat it. So
Damn,
yeah.
picky
I
boy.
know, yeah. Corn is, it feels like bugs. You're biting into it. It's like the burst
But like
thing.
Rudy's cream corn.
No.
Oh, that's so
no,
good. That is
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
That is.
It's
It's
just
like
weird,
dessert.
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
is.
I don't know. Weird.
What about unhealthy habits? You got any unhealthy habits?
I was thinking about that. Yeah, I actually do. Like, I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
I will literally be. It'll be like right before, like 10 minutes before bed, and I'm like laying there, and I'll be like, oh, I really want like a piece of cake.
Yeah, and you can't stop.
No,
thinking
and I
about
really
it.
want. I crave sweet stuff, and it's weird because when I was younger, I wasn't really as sweet. I didn't like sweet stuff. I like sour things. Like I like pickles. I liked popcorn, things that were like salty. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, I want chocolate. I will like take like a little box of M&Ms with me to bed, and I'll like, eat them, and then I'm like eating it. So yeah, sweets.
Just suck on one as you fall asleep.
Yeah, sweets are probably my big problem because I do cook a lot and I do cook healthy. I like to cook. I mean, you and I, you see my little. We cook, and I do really healthy. I like to make sure that it's very healthy, and there's not a lot of stuff in it. But then I'll fuck it up with, a piece of cake that's like this big, or like I'll eat like a whole bag of M&Ms, and then be like, you know what's good with M&Ms? Ice cream's good.
I literally I have to force myself. I have to be like, listen, let's just sleep, and you'll forget about it. Like I'll just like.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
My stomach is like, go get it.
Wake up
Go
and
get it.
sweat.
Go get it.
What's
Yeah.
the name?
Nancy.
Nancy.
Nancy, the stomach.
She grabs the wheel and she goes to Whataburger.
Yeah.
She's like, we're going there.
drives.
I'm like,
Nancy, take the wheel.
we were gonna go to Whole Foods, Nancy, and now you are at Whataburger and we're
We're
getting
gonna eat
2
a
meals.
salad, man. We're getting
It's like that when you order too much food from pizza or something like that, and you pretend you have a roommate, and you're like, "Do you want double cheese? You want like?"
Hey guys, pizza's here.
Pizza's here. I ordered 2 for myself. Yeah, it's like, I got a large family.
I definitely have said that once or twice to a
That's so
delivery
funny.
driver.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Guys, food's here.
Yeah, and there's no answer. There needs to be like,
feral wolf.
yeah. Well, yeah. So that's
Just me in my underwear.
I feel you.
I feel you.
We're all the same.
We're all a mess.
I'm fully addicted to my phone. Fully addicted. I think it's because I used to use it as a coping mechanism with my anxiety, and now I'm less anxious. But now it's just like muscle memory.
It's still, yeah.
So it's like,
I feel that,
It
yeah.
definitely is, I think, a anxiety coping device. Like,
especially late at night. Like I would wake up in the middle of the night, not be able to sleep, and toss and turn for like an hour, and then I'd finally just be like, all right, I'll just look at my phone until I can fall asleep.
Yeah.
And so now I just find myself in situations where I'm just like, if I don't know what to do with my hands, I either rip shit up, or I look
Jesus.
we need to get you back.
I sort of did the same thing.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I
like a little
sort
rat.
of did the same thing.
Yeah,
And
it's
I don't
funny because
blame.
Blaine and I actually did a documentary a couple years ago about we lost our phone for a week, 5 days or so.
Took them away, yeah.
Well, they took them away. They took our technology away. And I remember being so much more aware of people using their phones while we were off of it.
Yeah.
Like I went to dinner with a friend of mine, and in that little like waiting area, I think there was probably like 20 or so people. Every single person was just,
Yeah.
and even people like at dinner together, just both on their phone. And I'm just like, this is a sad world.
This is sad.
And then like after we finished the experiment, I was like, I'm not gonna bring my phone when I go out to eat. I'm not gonna be on my phone as much. I'm gonna like not use it after like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Nothing has stick.
It's stuck with me quite a bit.
Did-
Like I was just telling somebody about that doc the other day. I wish we would do a follow-up to it and incorporate more people. That was
Yeah.
like one of the best
God,
experiences.
they need to do that to me. Fucking plug me.
Like when we went to the beach, it cropped up in my brain again. I was like, I don't think I touched my phone. Like I just left it. Aside from making those dumb Instagram videos that I was making, I left my phone like on my bed and just didn't touch it while I was on the beach.
That's
It was
awesome.
Great.
Yeah, I get anxious whenever like if I don't have my phone, I'm like, what if I get lost? I think about that. Like sometimes I like to just leave my phone. I'm like, I don't need it for this car ride. Like, what if?
That's when I
car-
like get anxious about not having.
Yeah, I'm like, what if my
What if
car?
this is the day I get into a wreck or get
I
lost?
think I need my phone.
Yeah, that sticks with you.
yeah.
I'm working through it.
But yeah, I think the phone thing's common though.
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Especially in this day and age.
Yeah,
You need
these
it
are all
now.
common unhealthy habits.
Well, the food thing, I have that sometimes too. I just put it in my retainer. But I know it's like time to like
Dude,
stop
yeah,
eating.
like unfortunately, I lost my retainer, but that's what I did before. I need to get a new one.
I heard like brushing your teeth.
Yeah,
helps
that
you,
helps
like-
too.
So you don't want to brush it again.
Right, and also
That's
you
what
now
I
have
do,
like
yeah.
the mint flavor in your mouth too, so
Yeah.
you don't really.
It's either like I brush my teeth or I just like watch something or I just force myself to sleep
Yeah.
basically, and I'm just like, all right, I don't need it. Like and then I feel better in the morning because I'm like, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
You know, but then I do it and I'm like, I'm happy for that moment, and then after I'm like, I'm such a fat piece of shit.
Yeah, it's instant gratification.
yeah.
That's masturbation for me.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
I don't need this. I don't need this. This is the
Well,
best thing
that-
ever.
Hey,
and I'm covered in my own
yeah, now I'm
covered in my
own semen.
You should masturbate. Everyone should masturbate.
I'm gonna do every day, but I always
It's good
feel
for
like,
you.
oh,
And semen's good for your
It's healthy.
skin.
It's good for your
It's-
skin. Yeah, I read that
It's
apparently.
healthy. Everyone should do it. We
Facials.
don't shame masturbation.
Proteins in it, right?
The enzymes.
Do you ever? After you finish, do you ever like look at your semen and you're like, "There's a bunch of little sperm." in here."
What? Well, now I'm going to. Great.
Ooh,
Hi.
you could have all been
I'm
someone.
gonna buy you a microscope for Christmas so you can watch them.
You can watch it just swim around.
I'm just like constantly, like, I can only beat off around microscopes because for some weird, like,
That's so
Pavlovian dog.
You just want to
That's
watch.
so funny.
We had a fun competition the other day, randomly.
Who can masturbate the quickest?
Yeah, that one. And then after that, we had not a competition. It was me declaring that I wanted Andrew Roses if I ever wanted to pick someone I knew to be my sperm donor. Who would
Oh,
it be?
yeah.
And someone got very offended. I won't name who, but his name rhymes with Maine Libson.
You got the genetic jackpot sitting right next to you.
Yeah, asking Andrew.
You
you
want
wanna-
athletics?
you wanna be
want
Uncle
comedy?
Daddy?
You want funny?
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
turn over the petri dish for you.
There's Andrew for you.
There's Andrew. Hey, Andrew's working out.
Oh my god.
Yes, yes.
It's because of the like genetic makeup, right? Because he's
everything.
also half, or he's half Mexican.
Yeah.
Half Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys would have like 3/4.
Oh, yeah.
3/4. I don't know why I said it that way.
We were doing
We did the math.
We were like, we had a spreadsheet with like what Blaine would contribute and what Andrew would contribute.
Yeah.
Blaine just wrote down 100% awesome. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Anyway.
All right, well, let's finish things up with our box of issues question.
Okay.
Eat it out of there.
Gotta stay in my camera frame. All right. This is submitted by John R. Not John Reisinger, because it's spelled with an H.
Sounds like John Reisinger faked an email.
I have pink hair. What do I do?
All right, John writes, I'm a 25-year-old single male. I recently realized that I've plateaued and find myself boring. I work 60 hours a week, which leaves me with little to no energy on my rare day off. I've been thinking of hobbies and ways to spice up my life. Right now, my regular cycle is sleep, drive to work, then drive home, or sleep at work. How do you break monotony when you fall into a rut? What are some things you have done to improve yourself when feeling like this? John R.
Say what he does? Sounds like a firefighter.
No, he just says he works 60 hours a week. I'm sure there's a place to sleep if he's working that long.
Yeah.
But it could be firefighter, could be something else. But it's clearly something that's taking a lot of energy out of him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say without knowing where he lives because like there's social groups in Austin where you can like play sports. We all had a really shitty kickball team a while ago.
We should bring it back.
We actually didn't actually make friends through that, did
No, we didn't make it.
No.
We wouldn't talk to anyone but ourselves.
We fucking hated that. All right, John. Well, don't join a social kickball team.
I think honestly, like 25 seems a little young to start feeling that way, but I think like in my late 20s I started feeling that way where I'm just like, I'm boring. Because I would just like to, I went to work and then I would like to just go home and like watch TV.
I feel that way
and
right
then
now.
go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that happens to like a lot of people who have a full-time job.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a rare occurrence. But yeah, I mean the fact that you work so many hours, you don't really have time to do anything else or the energy. And I think that's like a really fair feeling to have. Mm-hmm. But I don't think you're boring.
Nah, John. You're
Yeah, I
just...
don't think you need to feel boring.
Yeah. And,
Maybe.
Yeah. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like finding a new job if it's something that's weighing on him, unless he loves that job.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've noticed that I've become a regular at different places, like a coffee shop, a gym, and then just like a few other places, like where I go in and I recognize the people and they
Yeah.
recognize me, and that's helped. That's make me felt more interesting, and
Yeah.
like I have friends outside of work, and it's a place that I can socialize and. Yeah, that's nice.
Basically, he's asking like, how do you break it up when you fall into a rut?
That monotony.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
Take a vacation.
There you go. That's a good
one, right?
That's a
that
big
helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Like just taking a break and being like, hey, look at all this shit I can do.
Just
So
also
forward to
like
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to be a crazy vacation. It could even be like if you live near a city,
Yeah, just go to the city for
go to
a
the city,
couple
or
days.
even just like rent a hotel room downtown for 2 nights and
Yeah.
like spend a couple days being downtown or like going to the spa that they have at the hotel or whatever it is, just to like kind of get out of your normal cycle.
Yeah.
But something that like I try to do if I'm feeling really boring and like I'm in a rut is I just go out. I just go do something not in my area. Because especially when you live in an area, you tend to go to those restaurants. You
Yep.
do grocery shopping in that area. You walk around that area, and you don't really get out. So even just going to a new area of town and maybe making it a point to do it once a week or once every 2 weeks, just
Yeah.
to break that up.
Yeah.
I think is an easy way to start.
Yeah, finding new places to explore. Like you said, like you have your favorite coffee shop that you go to, and you have your like staples of places.
Yeah.
Finding something new to kind of add to the routine instead of like. I mean, I don't know, because I find myself pretty boring too, because I'm the same way. But I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I think like the way I see that he sees boring and probably how I see boring too is stable.
Yeah.
Just like I have like,
routine.
a routine. And there's plenty of ways that you can break up routines, but you can, find a gym if you want to. Like,
Yeah.
there's plenty of good habits to build there, and it also gets you out of your house.
This would be specific to Austin only, but there's a website called Do 512.
Yeah.
And they have the Austin checklist, and it's things that you need to do in the city to be like an Austinite, or to like have fully experienced the city.
Oh shit, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's great. It's got like, what is it called? Chicken shit lotto. Bingo.
Oh, yeah.
Like random stuff that you hear about, but you haven't done. It's just like if you have a checklist, you have a physical thing. So probably doesn't live in Austin, but maybe finding the nearest big city or just trying to find like a checklist and making a checklist of things that, I want to do this just to add some spice.
Some spice, some
Variety.
pizzazz.
And also not having the idea that you have to do everything at once or like do something new every day.
And gradually.
Even if it's just once a week or once every couple weeks, just to break it up at the start.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, if he works with others.
Yeah.
But there might be other people who feel the same way as him.
There probably are. Like every
That
time
maybe to, like,
I
hit
feel
up-
boring,
hit
like
them up, yeah.
here I ask someone at work, I'm just like, hey, you want to
You want to
go out? You want to get brunch this weekend,
Yeah.
or you want to go out? And everyone's like, fuck yeah. Like,
Yeah.
most people are looking to socialize, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who don't know how to initiate that conversation, especially like if you just work together and maybe don't know each other as well. Like, try making a new friend at work.
Yeah.
And like maybe doing something together, hanging out, getting a beer, getting a brewski,
Getting a bear. A burr.
or like going to get a pedicure, you know?
Ooh. More men. Do you get pedicures?
No.
Do you get manicures?
I climb. My hands are all fucked.
well,
Like,
you should
I gave up on these things.
You should definitely think about getting a pedicure.
Look, I'm picking at my fucking blisters.
Me too. I was just doing that.
Look at you.
We're such good buds, Blaine and I, best friends.
Any other advice for John?
I think
You're not boring, John.
you're not boring, yeah. You're not boring. You have a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's taking the right
normal.
steps. He's
Yeah.
acknowledging, he's like, I should break out of my habits, my routine. By reaching out to us, that's an extension of that. And I think he's going to
Yeah.
just
Yes.
find new things.
And I guarantee you, John, that there are thousands of people watching this who feel the same exact way.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Including us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same way.
It definitely ebbs and flows as well. Like, I'm sure
Yeah.
there will be a time where you feel better about things, and then it'll go back to you feeling
yeah.
boring again. And that's perfectly fine.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, ladies and gents,
Disgusting.
thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to be doing
Having us, Barb.
a post show that if you're not signed up for first membership, you should come hang out with us. It'll be great. We're going to be talking about more stuff, more fun things.
Yep. I'm going to show my new tattoo off.
You got a new tattoo?
Yeah, it's on my ass. I'm going to show it in the post show.
Oh, shit.
Oh, sign up for first.
You can only watch his ass.
Oh, we're gonna see an ass.
Only on first. Cheers, my friends.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink, clink, clink.
Cheers.
Wait, we didn't cheers, Fiona.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Always Open. If you feel like you could beat Mariel in an arm wrestling match, click like.
Oh.
And if you feel like you could beat Blaine in an arm wrestling match, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Also, watch these other videos before you go. Forever. Bye.
Bye.
See you next time.